Hi, this is Gary Kay. We're here at InfoComm 2022. I'm in the ScreenBeam booth, and if you don't know who ScreenBeam is, then you're probably not paying attention. But they're a wireless transmission company. You have a very unique relationship, have always had a unique relationship with Microsoft, obviously. Jay Taylor, what do you do there, Jay?
So I'm the Senior Director of Technical Marketing and Alliances.
And,
so I manage all our partnerships and all of that kind of stuff.
Okay, and so ScreenBeam has a wireless system that allows you to walk into a room and wirelessly connect, but also you came out with a BYOM system where you can sort of turn a room into a Zoom room or Teams room without needing an in-room PC. Yep. So that's sort of like phase 2 of your approach.
Yep.
But you stepped it up with this little box right here, this little teeny box right here. It's kind of interesting, the USB Pro, Switch Pro, is that right?
ScreenBeam USB Pro Switch.
USB Pro Switch, okay. So it has, notice it has 2 host ports and it has 4 USB inputs. So what this allows you to do is using a ScreenBeam 1100, ultimately this turns any Zoom room into a Teams room or Meet room or Pexip room or any team room into a Zoom room, and you don't have to tear it back down, meaning if you already have a Teams room, using this, now it becomes a BYOM room, but you're still keeping it a Teams room. Exactly. So it allows you to switch from Teams room mode to other room mode.
Yeah, BYOM mode and stuff, so that way you have one space that's supporting any sort of meeting type, any sort of meeting platform, and you're not sacrificing any user experience. There's no user intervention required for anybody to walk into that space.
So before this, with the 1100, the idea was don't put a PC in the room.
Yep.
Use the 1100, connect your mic, your speakers, your camera directly to the 1100, and you don't have to have an in-room PC. Now what you're saying is, okay, for those rooms you already have an in-room PC, keep it in there, add this, and now you can add an 1100 in there, and now you turn that room into an anything room.
Into an anything room.
Right, but still keeping it a Zoom room and Teams room at the same time.
Exactly.
Right, so you got it hooked up this way over here?
Yes,
now
I
we're
do.
Gonna show it. Let's take a look at this because this is kind of interesting. So we're using this little switch. So first you have a PC in the room. Here's the ScreenBeam 1100. Add the Pro switch to it, and all of a sudden you have a setup like this, right?
Exactly. And so what we're here is we think it's really important to leave that front of room experience alone. We don't want to change things up on users and try and force them into learning something new. So we let Microsoft, for example, this is a Teams room. We could do this with a Zoom room as well. But we let Microsoft, for example, have that front of room experience so that users do things the way they've always done it.
But now I want to do a Zoom meeting. What do I do?
So then if I want to do a Zoom meeting in a Microsoft Teams room, I would launch the ScreenBeam Conference utility, which is the BYOM experience. And so for that, I would just go in here and I would go to my ScreenBeam Conference utility. This is built upon the existing protocols built into Windows. And so I'm going to select Project with Conference. And then it's going to go out and launch that picker just as it normally does. And I'm looking for my San Jose MTR demo room right here, which is this guy right here. And so it's going to flash a code up here onto the screen in just a second as it switches from the Teams room over to a BYOM experience. And so it's going to display that code up here on the screen. I'm going to enter that code, 0375 in this particular case. And then I hit connect. And now it's going to go, it's going in from that Teams room experience right into a BYOM experience.
Right. So
and
whatever platform you're using now, whatever's on your laptop is there.
Exactly.
Without having to use Teams Share.
Right.
You have an independent system. So if you've got Zoom on your laptop, you're able to use Zoom. If you've got Meet, if you've got Pexip, whatever you got.
Exactly. You can, because they all have client applications for the PC, you can launch any of those platforms and have that full experience.
Yeah, and what's happening basically here is you're switching host inputs basically is behind the scenes. And so this also gives you the ability to connect up other cameras too. Yes. So you can have more cameras than one in a room.
Yes. So you could have multiple camera support. You got microphones, USB microphones or speakers. So if you've got separate camera, microphone, and speakers, you can do that. We're doing an all-in-one here, so we only have the one connection into the device, but it does support multiple mixes of different devices.
And that's going to be, I think, one of the things that people use this for is the ability to add a second or third camera to a room. I think that's going to be a key feature.
Yes, I think so, and that's something we haven't quite released just yet.
Yeah,
so
I know it's coming though.
You know it's coming. Gary's ahead of the game.
I know
always.
it's coming. That's what they're going to be looking for.
Exactly,
looking for that.
And that's what we're intending to support.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Ultimately, you can see this at screenbeam.com. And of course, we went around, shot individual product videos here on each one of the products that you do have, because you have more than just the 1100. Yes. And you can check those out and go to ravepubs.com/infocom2022. Type in ScreenBeam in the video search window. Jay, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Gary.
Appreciate it.